Welcome, everyone, to the Nikki Clarke Show. I'm your host, Nikki Clarke, and I'm so excited that you are here sharing with me this incredible opportunity to hear amazing stories of transformation, empowerment, and upliftment. And we've been doing this for 17 years, so thank you for joining us and celebrating with us. So today is just another incredible interview with someone I have such high regard for. Joining us today is Ambassador Dr. Oyodeji Oyewole. He's the Chief Data Officer Ambassador for Nigeria and the International President of the Institute of Information Management Africa. So with a career dedicated to advancing information and data management, he has been at the forefront of building global collaborations and shaping the future of data governance. And from mentoring young professionals to championing the use of emerging technologies, Ambassador Dr. O, as we lovingly call him, his leadership continues to make a powerful impact across Africa and around the world. Welcome, sir. How are you today?
Very well. Thank you so much. It's indeed a great pleasure for me to be here today.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I am so honored, for you to share your story with us. I know that you are very well traveled, and I know there are many places that you have visited and have more places to go. But thank you for making a stop to tell us a little bit about your journey. So let's get started. Can you share your journey into becoming the international president or chairman of the Institute of Information Management, IIM Africa?
Thank you very much, Nikki, for this wonderful opportunity. I'm always excited whenever I'm being asked this particular question because doing what I'm doing today is not something I would say I decided to do on my own, because this is more of a calling for me. It's a calling. And being a professional with background in computer science and exposure to technology, this particular initiative actually came spontaneously, and the need for certain gaps to be bridged within the society. I believe God intentionally decided, to to give this particular initiative to me in order to be able to add value to humanity. In the last couple of decades, we started an initiative called the Records and Information Management Awareness Foundation. It's an NGO, a unique NGO for that matter, that was developed to help to raise awareness on the need for individual, organization, and governments, to become more conscious about how they manage data, information, document records, contents, and archival materials they generate in the course of, their day-to-day business activities. And that started in 2004 officially. And, we started organizing roadshows, workshops, seminars, and even awards program to identify individuals and organizations, that were doing data and information management right. You'll agree with me that data and information is pivotal to the success of any organization or even the society as a whole, because we need quality data to make quality decisions. And in order to have quality insights into our activities or things that we do at individual level, at organizational level, even at a country, we need to tap into the potentials, that data has got to offer us in terms of insights, because having insights into what you've got as data assets would really position us well to have competitive advantage in anything and everything that we do. We need to be properly guided before making certain decisions, and having recourse to quality data and information is a necessity, for us to be able to achieve that. And that is why this particular initiative is very, very unique. It's very, very important. And the beauty again is that it is required in all sector of human endeavor. It's not restricted to a particular discipline or a particular sector or a particular field. Everybody needs data. We need data, we use data, we share data, we do so many things with data. And that is why having proper data knowledge and literacy is very, very important. You'll agree with me also the fact that these days data is being referred to as the new oil, is the new gold, because the advent of technology like AI, machine learning, and so on and so forth, all rely on data, which means data needs to be properly refined in order for us to be able to take advantage of it. And that is, I can keep talking and talking and talking about this, all day long, and, we can never get to exhaust the value in this. And that was how I got into this as a calling. I used to work in the oil and gas sector, and I had to leave at a particular point in time for me to be able to focus and to be able to take this, evangelism across the globe. And as we speak, we've been able to take it to several continents, and we continue to move from country to countries. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you for kind of leading me into the next question, as you described that you're going to different countries. So let's talk about some of the significant milestones under your leadership as you expand to different countries. Let's talk about the countries you're involved in.
Okay, thank you very much. As of today, we're in 9 countries with our international headquarters in Denver, Colorado, in the United States. We're in the UK, here in Canada, we're registered in Canada at the year 2020. And we're in Nigeria, we're in Ghana, we're in South Africa, we're in India, we're in Australia, and we're in Switzerland. Part of our achievements recently was becoming a national certification body in Africa, Nigeria. And as we speak, the Institute of Information Management already started a national certification program that is targeted at certifying over 500,000 professionals in the country. And we continue to take, this initiative across the globe, because we're in a world that is driven by technology today, and technology that is powered by data, which means that we have to ensure that the data that is being collected in the course of business activities, data that's being generated, is adequately protected. And how do we ensure adequate protection for data? Is by ensuring that individuals that are having direct, interaction with data, that are generating data, that are using data, sharing data, they are up to speed in terms of their responsibilities. So when we talk about the responsibilities, there are certain principles that actually surrounds how we use data. And that is why we need to ensure that we adequately educate employees in organizations. Professionals need to be properly educated. And there has to be gatekeepers in different organizations that will ensure compliance with regulations, policies, and the laws that has to do with how data is being generated, how data is being classified, how it's being stored, how it's being shared, how it's being used, and ultimately how data is being disposed. So all of these are very, very important in terms of the knowledge base. And it's part of what we do at the Institute of Information Management. We want to make sure that people are well informed. They get to understand their roles and responsibilities within the data ecosystem. And for those that are interested in career opportunities, it has brought about lots and lots of opportunities for career, for investment and development in organizations. So these are some of the things and achievements that IIM is bringing to the table. And as we speak, I mentioned earlier on, in Nigeria alone, we're targeting over 500,000 professionals to become certified. Because according to the law in that country, individual organizations are expected to have gatekeepers, like the data protection officers. So for you to have data protection officers that will ensure compliance within the organization, they need quality education, knowledge, and certification to be able to carry that out in order to protect, data and information that relates to customers, that relates to employees and personnel within the organization, and several other stakeholders that the organization interfaces with and work with in the course of their day-to-day activities. So these are some of the things that we're doing. And I would say that at a national level, the Institute of Information Management is the only professional institute that is really trying to promote and project the information management industry across the globe as we speak. Thank you.
Excellent. That was a very amazing, comprehensive kind of summary of the evolution of information management or data management. But I think for the person kind of understanding what this is, there may be an overlap of IT, the understanding of IT and information management. Can you give the distinction between the two?
Thank you very much. That's a very interesting question. I say that because a lot of times when we talk about information management, there's always this misconception. People always think we're talking IT. When talking about information management, we're not talking about IT, although information management and IT, they are related. And the fact that, IT is everywhere today, a lot of people always think when you say information management, you're referring to IT. IT, we refer to IT as business enabler. IT provide platforms where information management can thrive. Because sincerely, I will tell you that without IT, IM can still function. But in order to enhance and optimize information management processes, IT comes handy because IT will make things a lot easier, and it will also facilitates, increase in what we refer to as throughput in computing. That is the number of tasks you're able to perform using IT compared to the tasks you're going to be able to perform doing it manually will definitely not be the same. So IT is business enabler. IT comes in to enhance what we do in IM, in making it more efficient, making it a lot faster. And in terms of the throughput, that is the output we get at the end of the day, IT can help to accelerate that. For example, a payroll system that is manually processed for days can be achieved within seconds, leveraging on information technology. So when we talk about information management, we're actually talking about what we refer to as the information lifecycle management. So when I say lifecycle management, it's actually referring to the point at which data and information is being generated. You can generate content, data, information by yourself, or you can get it from a third party. Like this particular interview we are having now, this is content that is being generated that you can use later on different platforms. So it's either you're generating the data or the information yourself, or you are receiving it from a third party. So those are the two sources in which you can actually generate data and information. So when we talk about information management, is having the consciousness as individual, as organization, as government, to be able to put in place certain processes, that will help you to capture data and information, either if you are generating it by yourself or you are receiving it from a third party, because that is the only way you can guarantee the security, protection, and even access to that data and information later on in life. So information management ensures that regardless of the source where data and information is being brought to life, uh, data and information is properly captured, is properly classified and indexed. So when we say index, it means giving it a kind of numbering, a kind of tagging, so that if you have need for it in future, you can use that as a reference for you to be able to access it. So then also making sure that capturing the data and information at the point of creation, ensuring that such information is kept and protected adequately in the right repository. So when you keep it there, it means when you keep it properly indexed, properly tagged, it means anytime you have need for it, at the press of a button, you can always access your information. And ultimately, in line with regulations, regulation requirements, policies, and so on and so forth, and even based on its classification, you don't keep information beyond when you're supposed to keep them. There are different classes of information. There are certain information that as soon as you finish using it, it's lost its value, and you're not expected to keep such information. And there are some that in as much as the organization continue to exist, you still have to keep them. So without adequate information management knowledge, it might be difficult for you to be able to know what to keep, what not to keep, and also for you to remain compliant with different industry regulation, laws, and other requirements, for business to run in any society. So this is where we come to play. We ensure that organizations and governments have access to quality professionals that are skilled, that are knowledgeable, that are certified, to be able to guide every organization to be able to comply adequately to the requirements that surrounds their business activities, and also to help professionals also to develop and enhance their career in data and information management practices.
Thank you for that response. And as you were sharing, I was reflecting on my own processes of information management over the past 17 years with the show. And I just kind of innately knew that when I was collecting data from my clients, that there had to be a process in place before kind of the privacy policy of laws came about. So that was a process that I worked out with my website developer, how the information would be collected, how it would be used, and how long we would keep it on file. So that has always been, part and parcel of my network. And also the people who come on board, whether they're guests, they also get the same kind of disclaimer, how we're going to be using the information, as well as students. I have cooperative students who, work on the show, and they have to actually sign an NDA. And I always tell them it's not an offense to their character, but it's to underscore the privacy and the professionalism we have within this organization, that we protect information. So I thank you for that. I have another question. So what role do you see for emerging technologies such as AI, artificial intelligence, and blockchain in the future of data governance?
Well, like I mentioned earlier on, technology is there to reshape how things are done, how information is managed, how it's being processed, and how it's being disseminated. So technology like AI will continue to evolve, and they continue to enhance how data is being processed. And at the same time, it will actually disrupt a lot in terms of um, areas like security of data and information. And it will also uh, pose a lot of risk out there for those that are not well informed about how to use and apply this technology. Currently, there has been topical issues being discussed around technology like AI, talking about bias and also protection of privacy. These are some of the things that will keep evolving as technology evolves. And that is why issues around awareness creation and education about information management will continue to be relevant in as much as technology continue to evolve. And because now there are so many things that can be done leveraging on AI that in the past will have taken ages to be able to do. Even in terms of productivity, AI is disrupting so many things. It's disrupting a lot of even disciplines, professions, jobs have been disrupted because organizations are, trimming down the number of personnel required to carry out certain functions. And even we do get to read and hear about certain fields, certain jobs that will disappear in the next 5 to 10 years. And I'm not saying that to frighten anybody, or but what I want to say is the fact that as technology continues to evolve, it will also continue to create opportunities for people, and that is why professionals in any field, for that matter, needs to be on top of their game by ensuring that they continue to upskill and they continue to research into areas in which technology will disrupt their individual discipline, because there isn't any discipline that is saved from this, and that is why, as professionals, we need to um, continue to be involved in what we refer to as CPD, continuing professional development, because rather than allowing technology, to overshadow us, we need to overshadow technology by identifying areas in which technology is bound to disrupt what we do and upskill. The moment we upskill, our value will increase. Organizations will see the need for them to retain us as employees, as consultants, as professionals, in carrying out our duties. And that is why we have to be ahead of the game. We have to make sure that, you know, different certification programs, we get ourselves involved in it, different educational programs that will enhance our knowledge as to how to effectively apply technology to what we do will really go a long way in positioning us and even giving us competitive advantage over those that are lagging behind.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. O. I really appreciate your time and sharing your wisdom, and also giving us the insight in the evolution of information management and how it applies to professionals and entrepreneurs so that they can effectively position themselves to thrive in the information space. So as we close, can you tell us where people can find you online, how they can be a part of your information management institute, and any other upcoming events that you're involved in?
Thank you very much. The Institute of Information Management is everywhere. We're on different social media platforms. Our primary website is www.iim-africa.org. You'll find the 9 chapters listed on that particular page. You can click on any of the countries of interest. And for a quick information, you can email info@iim-africa.org. We're on major social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and so on and so forth. We'll be glad to have you on board. Tomorrow in Toronto, we are going to be having the 60th induction ceremony in Toronto. And I'm using this opportunity to invite us all to be part of that. You can join us physically or online. We'll be glad to have you on board. The Institute of Information Management is an international professional institute. So we're open to professionals from different walks of life. It's not restricted to any particular discipline. In our midst, we do have military personnel, we have government workers, we have accountants, we have lawyers, we have medical doctors, we have engineers, we have pilots, we have, just name it, we even have government officials, we have government past presidents in our membership, we have top CEOs in multinationals that are members of this great institute. So I'm using this opportunity to invite you on board. Let's work together to uplift the information management industry. We want to ensure that information management is brought to the front burner. It's given the same attention given to information technology, because without data, information is nothing.
Yes.
Sorry, without data, technology is nothing. That's what I meant.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. And the illustration that comes to mind is that IT is the vehicle and information management is the GPS.
Exactly.
So they work
Exactly.
hand in hand. Fantastic. I appreciate you, Dr. O. This is
the pleasure is mine.
A really wonderful opportunity to learn more about you and, again, what you do. So I look forward to the event tomorrow. I'm very excited and continuing to build this incredible collaboration. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining the Nikki Clarke Show. We'll see you next time. Bye for now. God bless.
Bye.